Steelers and Ravens, brother. Can't wait for this one.
Mm-hmm.
And the Steelers also starting a stretch in week number 11 where their division games are in front of them. Everybody else, they've already played, and they're coming into this stretch, sitting in first place and they're also sitting there with the quarterback situation totally settled, right? I mean, like, this thing is settled, and Russ is – what's the general sense around the league? That the old Russ is back right now, Albert?
Yeah, I don't know if the old Russ is back, but I think it's like finding an effective way to use him. And, I think a lot of people deserve credit for this. Rich, I think Mike Tomlin for having the instinct to go against what a lot of the people in his building felt 3 weeks ago. I think, Arthur Smith deserves credit for designing an offense that works for Russell, that leverages his greatest strengths. And I think Russell himself deserves credit for accepting the reality of who he is as a quarterback. And I mean, we all heard this, right? Like, that when he went to Denver, like, he wanted to play quarterback a different way. And they were going to spread the field out, and they were going to let him throw the ball all over the yard and be a point guard. And he was going to be like a Peyton Manning, Tom Brady type of quarterback as he aged. And it didn't work. And I think, it took Russell a while to wrap his head around that. And I think working with Sean Payton probably got him a little closer to the answer. And I think the answer is the people in Seattle knew what they were doing, and the people in Seattle deployed him the correct way. And so, I know a lot of what they're doing with the movement and the run game stuff and marrying that with, with the passing game. A lot of the concepts that they're using relate back to what he did really well in his early years in Seattle. So I think Russell deserves some credit. Like, we've all criticized him, right? Like, for, how self-aware is he? Those sorts of questions. Well, like, I do think that there's some humility involved here in Russell accepting that, maybe the answers that he thought he had were incorrect. And that and looking back, maybe some of the things they did with him in Seattle were correct. Because I think a lot of the success they've had with him as the quarterback go right back to the things he did well when he was a Seahawk.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.